John Pusakulics, Mass Communications.
Connor Chapman, and I'm a meteorology major.
Mike Pappas, Mass Comm major.
My name is Eva Marie Weitzel, and I am an English major with a minor in creative writing.
I'm Paige Welch. I'm an English major with a minor in Women's and Gender Studies.
This election. I haven't watched any of the debates. I choose not to because it just gets me mad.
I have been following the election news. I don't watch the debates, though. That just makes me too anxious.
They're basically not even taking it seriously. Like, they've just been calling each other names, pointing fingers, and they're not even, it doesn't even seem like they're taking the subject so seriously.
I'll be dead honest, I haven't watched a single one. I love current events. I'm actually really passionate about that stuff, but it feels like I'd be watching reality television. I'd rather read about it and read something intelligent and read about the issues than I've seen highlights of it. I know it's just back and forth fighting, minus the second debate when they ended with name something that you like about each other. Like, really hasn't been much policy. It's just been back and forth arguing.
It's just a shame that this is nothing more than like a circus. This whole debates and this whole election.
I've watched both debates, and it's more just, it's frustrating because I'm not satisfied with what they're saying at all. There's not a moment where I can be like, yeah, these are professional people, these are politicians, one of these people are going to be the president of my country, you know? It just sounds like they're bickering.
We have two people who I wouldn't like them as politicians. I wouldn't want to be their friend if I knew them personally. Like, I feel like you should be able to feel like you can trust someone, and I would not be able to trust either of them.
I am a little bit scared that that's actually being more like entertainment than it is informational, because I mean, while they are supposed to be discussing some very serious subjects like gun control and immigration, some very important subjects that have been real issues lately.
The bar has dropped. Our standards for our politicians, for what we hold them accountable for the level of class that we expect of our politicians too, has just fallen to the floor. I think it's sad. I heard something that, like, in the past we would laugh at comedians and listen to politicians. Now we listen to comedians and laugh at politicians.
I see, Hillary as this person who can, represent this great change in our country. The first woman president, that's a pretty big deal. But I also know that she has that kind of corruption that is common with politicians. So for her, it's like, I don't really see a lot of things changing if she's president. And then there's Trump, who's just like, to me, I don't understand what he's saying or what he wants. I don't hear him making any promises to change anything or actually representing policies or a stance.
I'm not very comfortable with the fact that it's becoming so much a form of entertainment through social media. I love jokes and all that, and I love memes, but the presidential candidate should not be at a level where they can be memes. It's not professional, and it just makes me even more uncomfortable.
I would honestly be incredibly shocked if a third-party candidate won, because that has actually never happened before.
I think this goes to show you how many people are just fed up with the system and thinking about, look at the Bernie Sanders movement, look at the Gary Johnson movement, look at the Jill Stein movement. That's representative that they're more, like, the third-party candidates are not just, most likely they're not going to win, but in the past it's been like, 1% of the vote? Polling numbers, Gary Johnson, I think, was polling double digits at one point. People are ready for something different, are ready to not say, I am 100% this or 100% that. People are starting to realize that maybe that's not the way it should be. Maybe I'm a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that's okay. So I think this could be kind of like a catalyst to a new movement.
It depends on the person. It definitely depends what this guy wants to do and what he wants to accomplish if he or she becomes president. So you kind of have to have people informed and know who this third party candidate is, and see if they are better than Trump or Hillary.
That there are two candidates that almost nobody wants to be president.
I would I guess, strongly advocate for a different presidential candidate when it comes to like the next election.
They both don't represent the parties well.
It's a terrible sight that that these two are the last remaining. That either one of these two are going to be the next president.
It's really sad, if you ask me.
Well, I have joked several times that if Trump is president, he's going to fire all the Democrats. He will literally tell all the Democrats, "You're fired."
I would be disappointed. I'd be sad.
This guy is now known for having a mouth, and having a big mouth that could truly piss people off.
Of his policies make me uncomfortable. They make me uncomfortable for people I care about.
Disappointed, I guess, in my country, because I think it would show that everyone is confused and upset and angry, and they were so mad at how things are going that they just went like the complete opposite with voting, because they were like, oh, I want this person who is going to create radical change. And Trump has this kind of radicalness, you know, because he's so crazy and outspoken and honest.